there's like a shoe thing right here. Okay.
Okay, you're good.
Hi, guys. That's all. Is that too much? Is that gonna vibrate in a different way? Not a person. I know. Like, I've just been like, I don't know, like in my head, but also kind of, I mean, like in a good way, as far as like, oh boy, I'm gonna crush this. Like when she gets here, and then here I'm like, yeah. I'm like an 8th grader in debate. I'm just like, yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's so cool. Like I'm about to give a valedictorian speech. You're like suddenly very shy. I'm like, hey, nobody asked me any questions. Yeah. Pass. I guess I could put it on that stool. Oh yeah, you could. Yeah. If only everything. Like, we need levels. Everything were like levels. Lights into here. Right? There needs to be a shape here. There needs to be floating shelves that are literally floating. Like drones holding all of our lights. They're just floating drones garment everywhere. Racks. I'm just like controlling them. It just like comes by and drops it into your hand. The show became so pro drone. Weird. It's really drone focused. Drone heavy. Okay. It's an upcycler who lives in Portland. It's really drone heavy. It's mostly about drones. Okay. I'm not somebody who's like, well, maybe about TV shows. I just like what I like. I mean, I watch One Tree Hill for God's sake. We all have our. I watch Midsummer Murders, which is like grandma TV. Like I totally love it. I also don't want to be like, don't watch this one. I don't know. Right up top, maybe I think lull them in. Okay. Yeah. So try one where you're going. Okay. And do I go? Am I going like? Yeah, but try to. Will you put your hand up again? Move your head. Perfect. And you can scooch your hand a little bit. Yeah, perfect. Will you put your hand back up? It's like you're exercising. Okay, that's perfect. So you can just move this hand, but okay. Don't move your mouth. And don't blink. And don't talk. Okay. Pins, thread snippers. Like I feel like AI. I know. Should I do more natural? Like pins. Pin. Sorry, it's hard not to like. I feel like it sounds kind of sexy. Maybe I'm like, no, it's on purpose. It's not that I'm a fool. Okay. And a garment of your choice. I'm like, I'm Miss Nellie from what was it? Anne of Green Gables. And a garment of your choice. Yes, Anne of Green Gables. Is that okay? I didn't know. It was named after. Yeah. Is that Miss Nellie? No, wait, or is it Little House on the Prairie? There's some bitch with ringlet curls in one of them. That Nellie is from Little House. Little House on the Prairie. Okay. I also watched that show when I was younger. I like to call parents. Go whenever you're. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm not sure. No, I'm just like, what do I'm like, hurry, and I'm like, okay, okay. I know, and so now I'm like, what are we doing? Okay. Okay, let me check my gorgeous, coiffure. Wait, is a coiffure the stylist? Do you know what I'm talking about? The hairstylist? Or is a coiffure your hair? Sorry. Coiffure? I feel like your hair gets coiffed. Like your hair is so nicely coiffed. Yeah, but so I would assume a coiffure would be the person who coiffs your hair. That coiffs. They coiff. You don't really hear that term a lot, and for good reason. No, you don't. It does sound a little dirty. Coiff. Yeah. Even though it's not. And it sounds like you're going for like a bouffant or something. Yeah, that's true. Like a real, like a structural. I wonder if that term comes from like. I mean, something like wig French. Makers and stuff. But yeah, it could be a. Like Mozart times, like powdered wigs and stuff. Or some like Rococo period. Wig times. Just like we're just sort of messing with it, and just like laying it flat. Okay. No, truly, if I have like, let's just say, I mean, I've cleaned up, but if I have like a bunch of projects, and maybe there's not like a clear like urgency, like I have to get this work out today, but let's just say like, oh, it's a fun day, I get to just there's all these things, and I literally I'm just like, what? Okay, let me just. and I do that for 2 hours and nothing gets done. And then I feel sick. And I'm like, what am I doing? Like I'm like,
and now I'm tired.
And I'm like literally do like, and then while in the middle of like, okay, finally I've decided to do one thing, and then I'll do it for like a second, and then like, well, you know what? I really should just like kind of half start on this other thing, and then. Sorry, that's a great story, but it's just like, I'm like, oh my God, like, do one single thing.
Commit to one
just,
thing.
Yeah, no matter what, here's my life story. Whatever I'm doing, I feel I should be doing something else.
Same.
Meaning, like, if it's sewing day, I'm sewing, and I'm like, you really should be, on your website, like, updating stuff. If I'm on the website, I'm like, you really should be sewing.
Yeah. That's true for
Anyway, yeah.
I'll procrastinate at things that I need to get done. Like if I'm like, oh, you don't want to cram editing all into one day, just do a portion of it today. Yeah. I'm such a person who will sink into a project and just stay there all day.
Yeah, it's like almost like I think also if I don't have a 6-hour block of time, then I'm like, well, it's like, oh, only 3 hours?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, so no time at all. And I'm just going to sort of hem and haw around.
Yeah. And normal people are like, I could get something done in 3 hours.
And I'm like, I need I need a block of 6 hours.
Yeah.
Like, and just the truth. Okay. I need like a running start or something. Before I cut across the torso, sorry, I don't know why I was like, wait, does that sound like My Favorite Murder? Like, before I cut open the torso.
Because up in the lattice shirt, you go, I'm going to bifurcate. I'm going to cut the baby down the middle.
Oh, God.
That sounds awful.
Sorry. It's like from the Bible, so you can't get mad at me. It's not, nothing from the Bible is violent. Okay. Okay, that's all it is.
I know, it's like literally
just it's literally everything. I already said I'm doing a flower. I'll mention, okay.
Sorry, I'm chewing. Oh, no.
No, that's fine.
I'm used to not
whatever. I don't know why I'm like, I'm going to show that you'll need a Sharpie. Who cares? A piece of paper and a Sharpie. Sorry, some things I'm like, you'll need oxygen to breathe.
Oh, people are like, yeah, we know.
Or like, you didn't tell me I needed oxygen to breathe while I was making this. You might be able to like get a piece of fabric and then like do that. I don't know. You could, get into the weeds on that. I don't want to right now. I just want to, sorry. Okay. I'll just say, sorry, gotta keep this jacket on. Gotta keep it on.
I know.
I'm like, style.
Continuity.
I think I'm just like, now it's getting warm.
Just randomly,
lights, all the lights.
Jacket is off.
Yeah, now it makes no sense. Okay. If you are,
sorry, your hair
it's like, okay, yeah, I know. I need to check. I know. It's like I want it to be wild. There's such a thank you.
Like
one like boop.
You looked a little bit like that kid on.
Oh, Alfalfa.
Yeah.
Little rascals, little stinkers. I'll just start talking and see what happens. Okay. My hair's falling. Beautiful.
We're just falling.
A beautiful hair. Sorry. Should I just be like radically honest? Like, we're having a hard time today. It's really dark and everything. Am I making sense? Mm-hmm. I feel like I'm like a little. Okay.
No, you're good.
But we just need a little bit. So this is usually used for quilts, as you can imagine. Sorry, I keep being like, as you can imagine. I'm just like, can we start from the very beginning? Okay.
Let's start the video over.
Sorry, it's like, I'm like, this will take 2 seconds. We'll be, ironing in no time, but it's like hard to just like form a sentence. Mm-hmm. So it's just like, here's this.
Mm-hmm. Especially when it's disjointed in the way that like filming becomes.
Yeah, I know, because I want to have a clean take for you, so it's not, anyway, whatever. I'm trying to make it like, that's why. I'm awkward. Okay. Here is some batting. Batting? Jesus. It's like Paul Holes, and he's like, right, there's some podcaster that's like kitten, button, budden, or something. God, I need a drink. It's like noon. Okay. I think knowing there's a mic there, and I'm like, it's like, don't cough. Okay.
It's like when you take a drink, you're like, this would be a terrible time to choke on your water.
Oh my God. Yeah. And then I nearly die. Like somehow she drowned in her own like kitchen table. Sorry, I'm like, my eyebrows are probably out of control.
You're good.
Because I'm like, anytime you like, you peel off a shirt.
Or put a sweatshirt on, you're like,
yeah.
What does my face look like now? I want to scooch. Just turn this slightly. And I just want to see if this will stretch over.
Okay, this will just truly be one. I need to get a whole new ironing board because This like. Oh, so go ahead. Because this one looks like it's made from like a cookie.
What?
This ironing board is so like, I swear to God, it's like
a cookie.
Like, wait, are we rolling?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like it's made from like a shortbread cookie. Can you see like let's zoom in. See what I'm working with here. Right? Am I wrong here?
Oh,
like
does.
it is like buckling and cracking. I just want to dip it in some Earl Grey tea and just
go to
it's
town.
just like so brittle. Anyway, so it's very Willy Wonka. Like just like oh my ironing board. Isn't that whimsical? All right, let's sew it down. You ruined that perfect line of let's sew it down. I'm so sorry. Are you okay? Yeah, also, this is not nailed down. The top of this, I never did. Like we brought up the stairs when we were moving in. I'm like, oh yeah, I need to nail that down. So I mean,
at this point, my hips are numb. The orange that I handed you looks like.
It looks like it matches better.
Really?
I know it didn't. It kind of didn't seem like it would, but it's just one of those.
Well, it's because it's like it has a shirt with like a slight pile to it, or I don't know if it has pile.
Yeah, there's some different tones.
But yeah, it makes it look like it's like all different types of orange. Oh my gosh, my friend the other day, he's like talking about rugs, and he's like, yeah, what do I, I'm like trying to decide what rug I want for this room, blah blah. And I was like, oh yeah, and he's like, I was gonna buy this rug, but the pile wasn't quite right. And then I looked at him, I was like, you know the word pile? And he was like, I know. Isn't that impressive?
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
Whoa, you perked up.
I was immediately impressed. She was like, will somebody grab the cotton ball? And I was like, sure. So we got the cotton ball, and she was like, I can't handle the texture of the cotton ball. I was like, really? She's like, it makes me gag.
Oh wow.
It's like a thing. I looked it up. It's like a weird phobia.
I have something that's maybe even a little bit similar in a way that it's one of those things I don't think about. It's just like something you're like, ooh, it makes my skin crawl.
Yeah.
And I may have told you this already, but I don't know how to say this, like dry wood, like you know those tongue depressors or like chopsticks, how it's like dry wood, or unfinished or whatever you want to call it, unvarnished and whatever. And like that's just like I don't know why it has like makes the sensation of like I don't know why. The idea of like putting like a dry tea bag in my mouth, and it's just like, ha, ha, ha. Anyway, it's just something like, I don't know what it is. It's just like, I don't know.
The like real life representation of the word cotton mouth or something.
Yeah, maybe that's it. It all comes back to cotton.
Yeah.
Seriously, yeah. Cotton, it's not the fabric of our lives. It's the fabric of our nightmares.
Thumbnail with both.
Thumbnail and then the, mic.
And then the little mic moment.
I feel like I should do it in the shame corner.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm like
the haunted corner.
By
the way.
Yeah. I'm sure I'll look like a hag. Okay. I'll shut up.
Well, you can talk during this, but...
Well, but I'll be like...
Yeah. Or like mid-blink, like...
That's the one you send me.
You're like, Evan, I know there are other options.
Yeah, there has to be.
Like, no.
I'm going to throw myself down a well. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like... Nothing. Hands.
Well,
okay. Mouth shut.
Yeah. Or wide open.
Yeah.
And yeah, we just really want a square look. Where when you sat, you had multiple chairs so that your dress could like rest.
God.
So
I know this isn't important. I can't not think about. So like, what if it's the 1600s, 1700s? You have a huge dress and you have diarrhea.
I know.
Or you're just like, well,
you're probably just shitting in your dress.
You're just shitting in your dress.
Honestly.
Oh boy. Anyway, I just can't imagine. I'm just trying to think of modern day, and also you're eating like, who knows what? Like,
well, if you're wearing that dress, you're wealthy.
Yeah, I guess you're like, oh, shit, boy, I need to bring the bucket over here.
You probably have a servant who can do that shit.
He's your shit boy. And
he has the worst job.
He is the bucket. I don't know what that means. Anyway, his life sucks. But he's a member of court, and it's like, it's really like it's an like honor.
Yeah,
it's an
I was
honor
like, it's an esteemed job
to like be your shit bucket
People
boy.
Like, you are the guy who
You're
gets
the
to
shit
clean up
boy.
The queen's shit.
Wow,
Look
what an
at
honor.
You.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, it's recording.
All right.
I don't really understand what happened, but here we are.
We'll see. Oh, Jesus. And then I like fall to my death. Ooh, boy. And then essentially it's like clonk, clonk.
Give the same energy as like when you say bye to somebody and then you walk in the same direction and you're like,
oh my God, I hate that. That's why usually before goodbye, I'm like, are you going in this straight where you're going? Because I do not want a double goodbye. I know, even if it's like your best friend or your partner, it's like, ooh, we have to break up.
I've done it before, but I've walked the wrong way.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
To avoid it.
Oh man,
I simply cannot handle this.
I was meeting up with 2 friends the other night, and we got to a certain corner, and I was like, well, I'm going this way, and we were all going in different directions, and I was like, oh my God, it was so like moved. I thought that was like so like, oh my God, we're like in a movie. You can't believe it. It's like fiction because I don't know why I was like, I thought about it. For way too long after. I was like, okay, if I were a director, I would have done an aerial shot, us all going other ways, and then of course everyone would be like, well, there's never been a faker thing on film because that never happens. Okay, sorry. It was happening. I know. It changed my life. I'm trying to rally my energy. Woo! Get my blood pumping. Just because I'm like, it's so close. We're so close. We're so close.
I know.
I want a chiseled jawline, Avid. Give it to me. Give me a lantern jaw. That's all I ask.
Okay. You can only do so much.
Oh God. Wait, what's the thing where they say something like so you felt betrayed, you know, and they repeat whatever, like so you're thinking like, you know, he murdered my sister, right? Yeah, he murdered my sister. I don't know, whatever. I can't think of the thing they say, but you know, they're like, yeah, and they'll repeat the feeling or the thing or the whatever. Anyway, so I've seen a supercut where they like the interviewee repeats the thing, you know, it's like almost like they're leading them, or I don't know. I'm sure it's hard to do an interview. Yeah, and like, which is fine because I'm sure these people are not professional. Like if I were being interviewed on Dateline, the last thing I'd actually think about is like my murdered whatever sister, friend, whatever, because I'd be like, oh my God, television, I gotta be whatever. And so I would be like, yeah, feed me my emotions, feed me my whatever, my story, because I'm like, oh.
That's like when the guy a couple years back said that like this AI at Google was sentient.
Oh yeah.
Bullshit. But like all the questions, all that he based it off of were these questions that were like entirely leading. Like he would ask the AI, like, "Are you a person? Do you have emotions?" So the AI would go, "Yes, I have emotions."
Yeah, I mean,
because it was like.
Because it wouldn't be able to recognize if it doesn't, because you'd have to kind of have emotions to be able to even recognize that. So you're just saying, sure, yeah,
and
that thing.
It's literally a conversation bot, so it's like literally doing the thing it's trained to do, which is like
just kind of continue
your response and continue a conversation.
Yeah.
So like instead of being like,
no, you fool.
Conversation. Wait, what's happening?
Because that's like, more emotional. Yeah. If you're like, I don't want to talk about this or whatever. Yeah. How dare you?
Instead of the AI being like, the proper response would be, yes, I do have emotions.
Yeah. I swear to God, 2 days ago, I was gorgeous and I was unwitnessed by anyone. That's how it works. It's like New Year's Eve. I was like, well, I'm gorgeous. No one can see it. And then I come, then the public sees me like, and I'm a troll. Like, how does that work out?
I was trying to figure out
what was going on.
Yeah, I was like,
did you? So 2 of them?
It's like really bright. The only... I mean, that corner must be haunted. It just never lights up.
I wonder if I move her, if she's creating more of a shadow, you know, in a way, because of her presence.
She might be.
Sorry. I'm about to sneeze.
Bless you.
Ooh. Okay. What if that does? It's that's it. It's also probably like
I
moving
think it's probably
all
of those, yeah. Still the deep dark corner.
I know, I'm like, I keep being like, if I move one thing, it kind of helps a little. Sorry. We're gonna cry. Sorry, at a certain point I'm like, we gotta get all the sewing stuff out of here. We gotta have room for filming. Yeah, it's always gonna be deep dark. But that's okay. I don't think it's that important. Okay. We just can't film anything in that corner. Okay, ever. It's a haunted corner. It's a haunted corner. Put the iron over there. It's a haunted corner. Yeah, exactly. Sorry. My catchphrase. I think that's one for the books. See ya. Oh my God, I think we got it. I know, I was like, wow, that actually was huge. I know, even in the moment, I was like, why haven't we been rehearsing? Because this cuts our time in like 10, but